morning, friends. Welcome to another episode of the Story of the Storyteller. Today I will be dealing with two topics. One is regarding Rahul's visit to Italy to visit his ailing grandmother and the hangama that the news media has created. Second is, what will be the future of Congress party in Indian politics? Friends, for last 1 or 2 days I am seeing Sri Rahul Gandhi has gone on a visit to Italy to visit his ailing grandmother. Friends, we all have to understand that politics for any leader is just one facet of his life. There are other facets of his life too. For he is a son or daughter to his mother or father. He or she is a grandson or granddaughter of a grandmother. He is a husband to his wife. He is a father to his children. Politics is just one facet of our life. How can we not take care of the other facets of our life? And I am astonished. Why should an individual, even if it is Sri Rahul Gandhi, does he require to take the permission of Sri Narendra Modi to go abroad? Does he require permission of Modi Chelas to go abroad to visit his ailing grandmother? Does Sri Rahul Gandhi require the permission of this Godi media, laptop media of Modi to go abroad? How irresponsible can this media be? How can you peep your dirty nose into the private affairs of an individual? Just because he is Rahul Gandhi, just because he is a leader of Indian National Congress, you can go to any level. Have you asked the same question to Narendra Modi when he went abroad? Have you asked the same question to Narendra Modi when he went to the caves of Himalayas? Did you ask this question? Can media, which is considered to be the fourth pillar of Indian democracy, be so irresponsible? Can it stoop to this level that it questions one leader on why he should visit his ailing grandmother? And they spread lies saying that he has gone on a holiday. Even if he has gone on a holiday, what right have you to question him? Does any individual who works, even if he is a politician or he is in public life, doesn't have a right to spend 3 or 4 days for his own or for his family? Have we become so insensitive people? Have politics taken us to such an extent that we go to any level to bring a person down? Every media channel has to introspect. Forget about this Modi Chelas. Modi Chelas are paid 2 rupees for doing this. But what about responsible media? Are you also paid to do this dirty work? We are politicians, but we are having other jobs also. Our responsibility towards our own also is a very important facet of our life. And I am astonished why these Modi Chelas, Bhakts, even the BJP spokespersons, the national media, the Godi media, which is a lapdog of Modi, are questioning Rahul Gandhi's visit to Italy. What right you have? Which article of the constitution gives you the right to peep into others' personal lives? Shame on you. You all should behave more responsibly. Goebbels theory here, you go to any extent to fool people. You stoop to any level to bring someone down. You peep into their bedrooms, you peep into people's kitchens, you do every nonsense to just further your ideology. And this Godi media, just because a few biscuits that are thrown, you go to any level. Shame on you. Second thing, my dear friends, a lot of friends ask me, has Congress reached its nadar? Has reached its low point? Is Congress on its way out? I want to bring certain facts in front of you, for which I will be going deep into history, into 17 general elections which have happened. Right from 1951 to as late as 2019. Friends, whatever people say, whatever BJP says, Congress Mukt Bharat or whatnot, in future Congress will not be there. Believe me, friends, Congress will rise like a phoenix in the coming days. And if you revisit history, you will come to know why I am saying this. Friends, if you look at all the 17 general elections, plus if you take the 1946 elections also, for which National Constituent Assembly was formed, so that as soon as 1947 independence is got, a government is in place. Friends, if you look at 1951, the first general election, when Jansangh was formed in 1951. Prior to Jansangh, it was Hindu Mahasabha. You have to look at the chronology. First Hindu Mahasabha, then in 1951 Jansangh, in 1980, in 1977 Jansangh merged into Janata Party. It came out of Janata Party in 1980 when it was dropped in 1918 elections, and then in 1980 BJP was formed. Friends, across these 17 general elections, you will see for most part of the history of these 73 years, BJP has been rejected by Indians. In 1951, Jansangh got just a 3% vote share and just 3 seats. So if you look, in 1957, they got 6% vote share and 4 seats. So from 1951 till 1971, Jansangh just hovered from 3% vote share to a high of 9% vote share in 1967, which again fell to 7% in 1970. So when it comes to seats, there were just 3 seats in 1951. They went up to a high of 35 seats in 1967, and came down to 22 seats in 1971. So for the whole part from 1951 to 1971, nearly 20 years, India has rejected communal fascist BJP and Jansangh. Then when we look at 1977, there was an aberration. Jansangh along with Janata Party came to power, but it was Janata Party which had lot of seats. Out of 303 seats, Jansangh had only around 80 or 90 seats. But when Congress was in shambles in 1977, then Sri Vajpayee said, Indira Gandhi has been consigned to the dustbin of India's history, is what he said. Vajpayee said, Indira Gandhi has been consigned to the dustbin of Indian history, he said. But in 1980 elections, Indira Gandhi and Congress rose like a phoenix and came back to power. And in these elections, in 1980, Jansangh was reduced to just 16 seats from 92 seats in 1977. Jansangh was reduced to just 16 seats by Srimati Indira Gandhi. So from 1947 till 1998, that is nearly 50 to 51 years, BJP and rightist communal parties were rejected in India. Barring for 1977 to 80 for those 3 years, but they didn't give a mandate for BJP alone. They gave a mandate for the JP movement, in fact. And for a small period of, during VP Singh's period, that also was a mandate for BJP, for VP Singh, not a mandate for Vajpayee or BJP. So in these 51 years, till 1998, the fascist communal BJP was rejected in India, and it was Congress party and secular parties which ruled for these 51 years. Then you all know what happened across till 1996. The vote share of BJP was, it started with 3% in 1951 and it was just around 19-20% till 1996. It was only in 1998 because of Ram Janmabhoomi movement, because of the communal polarization that they did, that their vote share went to 26%, and that is when the first NDA government was formed under Vajpayee. So if you really look, post that, from 98 to 99 again, there were, after 1.5 years, again the government was brought down. Again Vajpayee got a mandate from the people till 2004. Again you all know that, from 2004 till 2014 for 10 years, under Manmohan Singh and Sonia Gandhi, Congress came back to power. So if you really look, my dear friends, these 20 years, and from, as you all know, in 2014, Modi has again got a mandate. So if you look from 2020, these 73 years, for nearly 58 years of these 78 years, or 58 to 60 years, these divisive, Manuwadi, communal, rightist BJP forces have been rejected by people of India. And whenever Congress has been pushed to the wall, right, you can look at instances. In 1980, when it was pushed to the wall, it came back in a vengeance. We had an overwhelming majority under Srimati Indira Gandhi. In 1991, again, when we had our back to the walls, Congress again came back to power under P.V. Narasimha Rao. When you look at 2004 also, when everyone said that India was shining and Congress had no future, Congress bounced back like a phoenix and for 10 years, consecutive years, ruled India and gave one of the governance that we can remember for its economical stability that Manmohan Singh provided for a stable India. So when you look, friends, every time Congress has been pushed to the wall, we have always come back. And you look at our lowest point also, our vote share still is 19.6 to 20%. It is just a question of putting our house in order, having the right leadership, putting our house in order in different states like Telangana, Andhra Pradesh in south, putting our house in order a little bit in Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Orissa, and few states. If we do little reorganization and little social engineering, and once we convince the people that it is secularism alone that can bind the social fabric of this nation together, and this communal fascism will not take India anywhere. It's question of time that Congress bounces back from 19-20% vote share to around 26%. Believe me, friends, once Congress starts getting 26% vote share, the downfall of Modi will start. And this is what I want to tell to all congressmen and others also who feel that Congress is not going to be there. You are in a fool's paradise. Whenever people have said Congress is gone, Congress has always risen like a phoenix and got the confidence of the people. I'm sure in the coming days people will realize that Congress is a party that can bind this country together and consolidate all the sections, whether it is Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, Parsis, and build a nation that is a nation for all instead of a divisive government which is hell bent on dividing this country and putting this country into chaos. Jai Hind.